YouTube.
What's up?
So today we're going to talk about where the hell we've been and our health journey.
Which is a big part of where the hell we've been.
So recently we started keto, and not because it's this fad, because really I didn't look at it like a fad.
I hate that people are using it like it is a fad.
Because it's not a diet. As much as I say, oh, I would love to just not eat keto again. It's not
really a lifestyle change.
And why it's not going to happen though is because it has so many benefits, but we're going to get into that later. So what made us start is we're getting old and we're trying to start a family one day, and also I had a psychic reading, but that's not important.
I'm not getting old.
You are getting old.
I age like fine wine.
Okay, honey.
I definitely get better with time. The benefits, a big part of us doing keto is on top of the weight loss, it has improved our mental states tremendously.
He has horrible ADD.
Got a little muscle, just a little bit.
But like I was saying, he has horrible ADD, and since doing keto, he's a little bit more calm and less
Jittery.
Jittery, yes, that's the word I was looking for.
I mean, I'm still always hungry. That hasn't changed.
You would think keto made him more hungry, but no, we fast now.
Yeah, which I was totally against at first, but I'm seeing the benefits of it.
And plus he's not that hungry all the time. Also, I have Crohn's disease. I don't know if I ever talked about it. And yeah, since I started keto, I haven't had a flare-up.
What is Crohn's? Why don't you enlighten the people? Some people don't know what Crohn's is.
Crohn's disease basically is inflammation in your intestines, so a lot of things I can't eat.
Almost everything she can.
But what actually happens, I eat what the hell I want, and I just deal with it later. But since I've started keto, I haven't had any real flare-ups.
So with weight loss, you see the weight loss faster. You see the fat rolling off. If you work out how you're supposed to, eat how you're supposed to. I mean, it's not necessarily, you don't have to work out on keto, but it makes the weight loss
Quicker.
Yes.
Because I've totally lost, well, if I didn't cheat, I would have lost a total of 50, 60 pounds, but I'm somewhere between 45 and 50 pounds, depending on how much I've cheated, which we rarely cheat now.
And it's damn good for somebody who has like literally been doing this not even 6 months, and we have both lost a substantial amount of weight. I'm trying to build more muscle. Renee wants to lose weight. I can say that I see the difference. I'll probably drop some before and after pictures, but I definitely see the difference in not just my muscle retention, but Renee has lost a lot of weight.
And I also have gained muscle too.
Yeah.
So before we talk about how we control our cravings and stuff, we're going to talk about what keto is. Keto is a low carb, high fat diet. And I know when people hear fat and they think you're getting a lot of fat, you gain weight. No. Most of our fat comes from vegetables.
Fat is not what makes you fat.
That's carbs and white, especially white flour, that turns into sugar, that turns into insulin, which causes you to store fat.
Exactly. Like, and it's been so hard for me to give up bread because I am a bread eater.
Yes, he loves bread way more. I love bread too.
But it has bread and candy were like the two things I was like, I'm not giving up. I gave up soda and everything else, but I was just like, I can't give up bread. And
then I took it away and he was fine. And there are replacements in keto. You can make keto bread, which is usually made with almond flour or coconut flour. Just it doesn't have the white flour, which is really good. And I don't really miss many of the things I used to eat. The only thing I miss is the convenience of fast food sometimes, but I'm okay with cooking.
But on the plus side, a lot of restaurants do have keto options, so we're not really missing out on fast food per se.
It's just that we can't have French fries.
Can't have French fries, can't have bread. We are that couple that goes into restaurants and asks for lettuce wraps.
And they're pretty good.
And cauliflower pizza. But we have to make sure it's 100% cauliflower because we did go to CPK one time and they tricked us.
Yeah, no, that was horrible because that led us to our first cheat day.
Yeah, and that was a downhill slope. Let's talk about our cheat days.
So we don't cheat often.
No, not at all, because we have control issues.
We do have a cheat day planned in about 2 weeks, a week now, because it's my birthday.
But other than that,
no.
And
we're going to cheat again in March because we're going out of town. But even then, we're going to try to stay keto as much as keto as possible. But
when we cheat, we try to keep it at a certain amount. We don't want to eat too much bread because we know that when we drink bread, that will stick to
drink bread.
We know when we eat bread and drink and eat things that are not keto, we see the difference, and we basically stall in weight. Like, we don't lose anything. We'll probably gain 2-3 more pounds and have to work 4 times as hard just to get rid of that weight.
And then we get cranky and we don't sleep. It's just a mess. Casey, you're not in the camera. That's why I said you need to sit there.
We're editing all this out, so you know what we're doing.
So then we get cranky and it's just a mess. So it's best if we don't cheat ever. So keto can be healthy or unhealthy.
So yeah, when people hear keto, I'm pretty sure the first thing they think of is this, that you just eating sticks of butter and just a whole bunch of steak, which is not even.
We do enjoy steak though.
I love a good steak. Don't get me wrong. I love a good steak. But what keto actually is the fact that you are eating more natural fat, which is like
Avocado. And yes, butter is a natural fat, and yes,
butter is a natural fat, not margarine. Butter.
Actual fat from meats that we eat.
Full fat milk.
And that's all I can really think of. I mean, it's a lot of things that are naturally fat, and we also really avoid sugar. So
like nuts.
Yeah,
almonds,
nuts. Yeah.
We have became pistachio nut eaters. We eat almonds. We can't eat peanut butter because somebody's allergic to peanuts, but they still eat.
I still love my Reese's cup.
Peanuts in them.
But yeah, so it's really not the hardest thing, and we can eat a lot of meat. And yes, we can drink on keto. It's not the best thing to do, unless you get really drunk really quickly.
That's the downfall. And you do not want anything with cane sugar in it.
Or just natural sugar. Like, yeah, bananas are healthy, but bananas are just sugar.
Yeah.
So we can't eat bananas on keto. I mean, you can, because any food can be keto, because ketosis is a state that your body enters. But certain foods will kind of make getting into ketosis hard.
And they will spike up your blood insulin, and you will definitely notice.
Yeah, we notice whenever we cheat. It's just, we can feel the difference and we can see it. And our skin breaks out when we cheat really bad.
Yeah, we get very sluggish, cranky. We're not each other's friend when we cheat. Mm-hmm. In the moment, it sounds like a good idea until we actually eat the food, and it's just like, why the hell did we do this?
Why did you let me do it?
But sugar replacements have become our go-to for almost everything.
And not that cheap sweet and low stuff. That stuff is disgusting and it's not good for you.
We don't use sweet and low. We don't use equal. We use stevia, monk fruit.
I don't know what sorbet is.
And sorbet, whatever.
I don't know how to pronounce it. But
you know, why can't we do it? So.
And we enjoy it actually. It's not, I mean, we do have our moments where we just want to eat all the carbs in the world, but.
It's like we think about doing it, then it comes down to doing it, we just like, nah.
And we also save a lot of money.
Yeah. You save a lot of money doing keto.
Because you spend, usually if you're ordering food every day or 3 times out the week, that's $20 a day, that's $60. Where I can get enough food to feed me for a whole week for anywhere between 50 to 100. And that's including leftovers, so that's just not one meal.
And with keto, I don't know if it's with Keto Journey or it's just us. We have leftovers that literally last us at least almost, well, they won't last us a week, but they last us a good
2 to 3 days.
2 to 4 days at the most.
And it's because keto does kind of decrease your appetite.
And if you're eating enough fats, you're full for a long time.
Yeah, I don't get hungry. I'll look at Kay and I'm like, oh, we've been fasting for 20 hours. We should probably eat. But
yeah, let's talk about
intermittent fasting.
Yes, another big part of keto is intermittent fasting. Not everyone does it, but it does show results, help you show results faster. So
we fast usually between from 16
to 20 hours.
16 to 20 hours. Our normal fast is 16 hours, but again, sometimes we get caught up in the gym in the middle of fasting, or we get caught up with life, so we don't really eat for a whole nother 20 hours, which we don't really get hungry during our fasting period. We drink a lot of water.
Yeah, water.
Coffee, tea.
Which fills you up.
And we're usually good, and we can work out, and it's actually really better for us to work out fasted, do fasted workouts. Let me say this over again. It's actually better for us to do fasted workouts. We work out harder and better, and our mind is clearer.
And you're burning more fat. We also take ACV shots in the morning when we wake up.
Some days we forget.
But for the most part, we take ACV shots before we go work out, which helps burn more fat.
We're really just trying to make our bodies the most efficient possible. And keto has kind of just taught us how to portion control and manage what we eat in a way that's not overbearing. Because you don't have to count carbs, you don't have to count everything, but traditionally you do.
And majority of the time your body will tell you when you are full. Listen to your body, because if you eat over your amount of carbs, you're gonna gain weight, you're gonna stall, and you're
just gonna be cranky.
Yeah.
Carbs make you sleepy. I have a lot of energy these days.
Now, unless you're bulking, then okay. But if you're just trying to like lean and tone up, then yeah, don't overeat your carbs.
And even when you're bulking, it's mainly protein you're overeating.
Yeah, and that's not the worst you can overeat.
Yeah, Kason enjoys overeating his protein.
It's shows.
Your arm is in my face. It's blocking me. Okay,
So next time, Kason's getting on my nerves.
Until the next video, we are Ren'sKaseTV. I am Kason or K.
Lorenzo. And I am Renee.
Who the hell is Lorenzo?
You.
See you guys in the next video.